Let's go.
You got to do it, especially on Trivia Thursdays. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up, dude? We gotta get hyped for trivia. Hype for trivia. Hashtag hype for trivia.
This is going to be a good one. We got the 2022 season, and obviously, I've said it a million times. I'm not the best at like history of the sport. Whenever I see like 80s football, sometimes I don't even think it looks fun, to be honest. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's like, in black and white, looks slow. I mean, it's some people just love that though. They love the history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me 2022 trivia. That's what I say.
And that is what we're going with today. Obviously, we need players, and right now we don't have any players. But soon,
I'm a player.
We will.
I'm a player.
God damn, take that sweater off right the fuck now. I'm just kidding.
my dad mailed me this last week. He I don't know if you're a golf person or not, but there's 5 like major champion, the PGA Tour, the Masters that happens in Augusta, Georgia. The Players is the other big one, and it happens probably the third biggest one in the world. And it happens in Ponte Vedra, and we used to live in Jacksonville. So he drove down, went to it, spent a fortune on this hoodie, and sent it to me because you can't even buy these unless you're at the event. It's like an exclusive thing like that.
Really?
Yeah. So golf people will know, but it's my new favorite hoodie. You'll see it a lot on here.
It does look good. I gotta say, it does look good.
Thanks, buddy.
I appreciate the looks you're serving right now.
You're looking good too. We got somebody. We got ourselves a player.
Oh God! All right. Well, I'm gonna try. So I've got the trivia leaderboard up, and we got CP in the chat. CP, what's up, dude?
What's up, CP?
Glad you're back. Hopefully you're here. Gonna play some trivia with us, and we're gonna get you on the leaderboard. Let me just kind of get this screen share done of the leaderboard, and there it is. That's the leaderboard right now. We got Liam, Jinja, and Bill on it. Bill taking the lead at 8 points. Yeah. He was one of the. So Bill's one of the ones that wasn't here necessarily for trivia while it was live, but he messaged on the under the live video. He's like, hey, I got these. I got 8 out of the 15.
Yeah.
And I trust him. I told him I'd put him on the leaderboard, so now he's on the leaderboard with CP. Hopefully you're staying for some NFL trivia. Again, we are, like Kyle said, focusing mostly on the 2022 season. There are 1 or 2 kind of history type of questions, but they kind of more or less have to do with the 2022 season as far as like players, maybe, getting some records over some other players, things of that nature. But we should start in a few minutes, as long as maybe we get a couple more people in the chat. But CP, I'd love for you to stick around and play some trivia. Hopefully we're going to try to get some prizes here at the end of this month. But Kyle, you had Only Football with Kyle yesterday. You streamed it live. Any sort of kind of, while we're waiting for everyone here, any sort of fun NFL stuff going on that you mentioned yesterday?
So, CJ Stroud had his Ohio State Pro Day, and it went extremely well. And we kind of talked about our initial conversation about that, how Bryce Young not playing, what if somebody else has a great day? And then I thought of this other angle where I said, CJ playing at his pro day, 1 or 2 things was going to happen. He was going to go underneath his amazing performance at the combine, and then it was going to be like the combine's a fluke, or somehow you know what I mean, though? Because it's like, or he's going to perform just as well as he did at the combine, and then it's almost like he's a surefire number 1, and he performed just as good apparently as he did at the combine. So
yeah, and the combine was very, very impressive from what all the scouts were saying, from what the clips I saw and everything. So I can only imagine the one in Ohio State.
Yeah, and you looked at just CJ Stroud throwing the football, and everybody's kind of saying this, but if you had to like take a tape to show somebody how to throw the perfect ball,
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud has all the mechanics. His release, the touch, um, just everything about it. It looks effortless for
Yeah.
him. I see a lot of Jalen Hurts in CJ
Oh.
Stroud. I think CJ Stroud's going to be good. I know that there's a lot of recency bias to think Ohio State quarterbacks are good, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, they haven't been so good in our lifetime. But
Yeah.
hey, we might be on to bigger and better things in Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly. And I forget. So you put out the comparison of Jalen Hurts. Is CJ Stroud kind of mobile as well? I forget because I mean I didn't really watch too much Ohio State football. A lot of just highlights and stuff. I'm more of a University of Michigan guy when it comes to that
Yeah,
rivalry. But is CJ Stroud pretty mobile?
he apparently declined running the 40-yard dash at the combine, but
Mm,
it says on here many had questions about his top end speed, but
mm-hmm,
he more than passed the test Wednesday, which was yesterday.
mm-hmm.
He ran a 4.48. So yeah, he's fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Under
that's
under a
definitely
4.5.
fast. That's
Uh,
definitely fast.
yeah.
We got CP in the comments saying, I think CJ can be a better passer than Hurts. Honestly, he cooked the best defense in the nation in Georgia. He did. He did. He did do really well against Georgia. And if he does become a better passer than Hurts, I mean, that would be very impressive. Especially, you've got the Texans, you've got the Panthers. One of those teams is going to pick him. He can make an immediate impact. And we talked about it on Monday, like how these players coming out of college just make immediate impacts as rookies. Whether it be a wide receiver, a cornerback, you saw, Sauce Gardner, what did I say, wide receiver like Olave or Wilson, even quarterbacks, right? So,
Did you happen to see, this wasn't on Only Football because this happened today, but
mm-hmm.
did you see the 17 rule proposals that are, I guess, going to, I don't know the order, but I know, okay, so it's going to go to the committee
Mm-hmm.
as a proposal. But if the committee doesn't take any of them serious, nothing happens with them. But if the
Really?
committee's like, I like this one, then it gets pushed to the next round. So
I
those,
didn't. So I didn't see any of them. I know the Eagles proposed one a little while ago, right? And it was a pretty big one.
yeah, we got 2 by Philly, we got 1 by the Chargers, we got 3 by
Mm.
Detroit, 1 by Houston, 1 by the Rams, 1 by the Jets, and then we got like 7 by the competition committee. I can just read a couple of them here.
Yeah.
By Philadelphia, amends Rule 5, Section 1, Article 2. We're going to not do that anymore. I'm just going to read the thing. To permit the use of 0 as a jersey number, to allow
Oh,
kickers and punters to use any jersey number between 0 and 49 and 90 and 99.
that's the one that was I think it was like the first day of like legal tampering, which is basically saying the start of free agency a couple weeks
Mm-hmm.
ago. That's the one I remember that the Eagles used. So yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I don't
Yeah,
care if
why
my
not?
kicker wears 0. Who cares? Rule,
The
yeah.
NBA does it, and I think maybe baseball does it. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah.
And then Rule 2 says to permit a team to maintain possession of the ball after a score by substituting one offensive play, 4th and 20, from the kicking team's 20-yard line for an onside kick attempt. Okay, so instead of an onside kick, you would have an opportunity to complete a 4th and 20.
Oh.
Okay, isn't that kind of what the XFL is doing? Or are they even calling it the XFL? The Dwayne Johnson and The Rock?
Yeah, yeah, I think that is one of the ones that the XFL is implementing right now. And real quick, hitting the chat, Jinja in
What
the
up, Ginge?
chat. Ginge,
Just
appreciate
got
you
off
coming
work.
on, brother.
Crack that work beer. Take your boots off.
Yep.
For all I know, Ginge is like a librarian, It's like, it's been a long day. Get a beer shower in you.
shower beers. But yes, that one rule you just mentioned is part of the XFL. They have that rule right now, implementing that but that's an interesting one instead of the onside kick. But I think you and I discussed that, and we were kind of like, I like the excitement and the very low percentage of of it happening of an onside kick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's yeah. You if you play the game the way it's supposed to be played, then you
Mm-hmm.
won't. It won't come down to that.
Okay. All right, we got Bill. He's saying he won't be here, but Bill, you're gonna catch the replay. Appreciate you. I got you on the leaderboard, Bill. So real quick, I'm gonna show it to you guys. It is Liam at 5 points, Jinja at 7, and Bill at 8. We also got CP in the chat here, so he's gonna get on the board here soon once we start the questions. But Bill, once you catch the replay, just again let me know in the comments like you did last time, and I'll make sure to add your score to the scoreboard. I trust you. I trust
Oh
you.
yeah. Of course. I'll be in LA tomorrow. Also, Bill, DM me.
All right. Well, we've got a few people in the chat, Jinja, CP, and hopefully a couple of others. So, Kyle, are you ready to start trivia?
Ready. Let's do it.
All right. So, if you guys don't remember or any newcomers to NFL trivia here on Only Football, what we're going to do is we're going to display the question here at the bottom of the screen. We're going to put up a 30-second timer, and within those 30 seconds, we're going to you guys could pick A, B, C, or D. There are some that are kind of fill in the blanks, something like that. So just make sure to pay attention to the question and what type of question it is. Now, since there are a few of you, whoever gets the question first gets 2 points for the question, and whoever gets the question right, second, third, fourth, or whatever, you get 1 point. There is no penalty for getting it wrong. It is just getting the question right first gets you 2 points, and then you get 1 point everyone thereafter. So we got Tyler in the chat too. Tyler, welcome. Cheers. Let's get ready for some trivia.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Let's begin the trivia. All right.
Let me pull up
question.
the clock.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let me.
What's the clock under?
What's that? Oh, it's under brand and logo.
Okay, sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
All right. So let's do it. Question 1. What team finished the season on a 10-game losing streak? Was it A, the Chicago Bears, B, the Arizona Cardinals, C, the Indianapolis Colts, or D, the New York Jets? What team finished the season on a 10-game losing streak? A, the Chicago Bears, B, the Arizona Cardinals, or C, the Indianapolis Colts, or D, the New York Jets? About 4 seconds. Let's get some answers in here. All right, so we got Jinja, we got Tyler. I think we're waiting on CP to get an answer in. And we got one correct so far.
Ooh.
We got one person with the correct answer so far. Let's do it. All right. Okay, Kyle, what team finished the season on a 10-game losing streak? A, B, C, or D?
Rick, I don't know why you did this to yourself, but the answer is A, the Chicago Bears.
It is A, the Chicago Bears.
Bears.
Bears. Tyler, you got it correct. Ginger had said C, the Indianapolis Colts. We're just glutton for punishments right now, Ninja and I. So, Tyler, congrats. You got the question correct. Let me add you to the scoreboard, and that is 2 points to Tyler. All right.
Nice.
Yep. So let's show the leaderboard real quick. There you go. Tyler with 2 points. We got Jinja, Bill, and Liam on there. But
tight race.
Yeah, tight race. Tyler said you didn't have to do your team like that. I know. I'm sorry, all Bears fans. All right. Let's move on to question number 2. Which quarterback reached 50,000 career passing yards during week 1 of the regular season? Kyle, you got the timer.
Sorry. I was laughing at this question.
A, Tom Brady, B. Matthew Stafford, C. Dak Prescott, or D. Patrick Mahomes? Which quarterback reached 50,000 career passing yards during week 1 of the regular 2022 season? Was it A. Tom Brady, B. Matthew Stafford, C. Dak Prescott, or D. Patrick Mahomes? Which quarterback reached 50,000 career passing yards during week 1 of the 2022 regular season? A. Tom Brady, B. Matthew Stafford, C. Dak Prescott, or D. Patrick Mahomes? We've got some answers here in the chat. Ooh. All right, Kyle. Which quarterback reached those 50,000 career passing yards?
The answer is B. Matthew Stafford from Georgia, former first overall pick, Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford. I was laughing because I saw Mahomes, and I was like, he's been in the league since 2018. I'm like, he would have had to thrown like 13,000 passing yards per season.
Oh, but hey, I feel like Mahomes could do it.
Yeah, if anyone could.
Yeah, right. So the first person to get it correct was Tyler. So Tyler, you get the 2 points. Ginger, you also got it correct, obviously. So you get the 1 point added to your score. Good job, guys. You both got it right this time. Love to see that. All right, let's move on to question number 3. In week 9, Tom Brady set the record for most game-winning drives by a quarterback, beating out Peyton Manning. How many did he have? Was it A, 53, B, 52, C, 56, or D, 55? In week 9, Tom Brady set the record for most game-winning drives by a quarterback, beating out Peyton Manning. How many did he have? A, 53, B, 52, C, 56, or D, 55? Again, the answers one more time. A, 53, B, 52, C, 56, or D, 55. Let's see what kind of answers we got in here. Were you first on the chat, Ginger? I don't know why it comes up like Tyler. Tyler did it first. That's weird.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
Robin.
I'm sorry.
Ginge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, we got a couple answers here. Kyle, in week 9, Tom Brady set the record for most game-winning drives by a quarterback, beating out Peyton Manning. How many did Tom have?
55.
That is D.
The same amount of touchdown passes Manning had in a single season that broke Tom Brady's 50. Oh, and also 50, the debate between 50 Cent, is it 50 Cent or 50 Cent? 50 Cent. He actually broke that down. He said, if you say that there's 50 stars on the flag of the United States, then it's 50. But if you say there's 50 stars on the American flag, it's 50.
Oh, God. 50 Cent.
So it might be 55. It might be 55. But we'll leave that up to you.
Look, he's answering the important questions, and I have to respect him for it. Unfortunately, Tyler, Ginger, you guys both said C, 56. The correct answer obviously was 55. Sorry, 55. Answer was D. All right, let's move on to question number 4. In the 2022 draft, how many first-round draft selections were defensive players? Was it A, 12, B, 19, C, 16, D, 14? In the 2022 draft, how many first-round draft selections were defensive players? A, 12, B, 19, C, 16, or D, 14? Again, in the 2022 draft, how many first-round draft selections were defensive players? A, 12, B, 19, C, 16, or D, 14?
This is a tough one. This is
a tough one, yeah. I was kind of, I don't know if I would say I was surprised, but I was just kind of like, damn. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like that's the number.
That narrows it down. That's your hint. He said, damn.
Yeah. That's true. All right, Kyle. In the 2022 draft, how many first-round draft selections were defensive players?
All right. It was C, 16.
That's right. It was C16
Yes.
defensive players. Guys like, fuck yeah. Tyler, you got it correct. Ginger, unfortunately, you had said 19. But the correct answer is C16. The first, I think, 5 or 6 selections were all defensive players, too.
Wow. And then it just went on a long offensive streak.
Yeah. I don't know if it went on a long offensive streak. I know there was a lot of offensive players that were selected between.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't remember how many it was.
There wasn't a big quarterback class, right?
No.
So I mean, it was mostly defense. It was who's
you
the
know-
best quarterback? Who's the first quarterback taken last year? There's my
a
trivia
good
question to Rick. Nobody comment on that. Who was the first quarterback taken last year?
I know the answer. That's the thing. When I was looking up this question, I already know the answer.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Such honesty. I really appreciate. Who is it? Because I don't know. Wait. Let me try though.
Okay,
Let me try.
go ahead.
It was. Let's see. Just going. I'm hopping around the league really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hopping around. Going through the AFC South, AFC West, AFC East, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins, Bills, Packers.
Do you want to see Ginger's answer?
What division is it?
North.
Yep. Ravens, Steelers. Oh, Kenny Pickett?
That's right. Yeah, that's
Why
right.
does Kenny Pickett feel like a second-year guy already? It's weird.
So Ginger had said Malik Willis, which it wasn't necessarily true because it was Pickett, and that's what Ginger says. It was actually Pickett. Pickett was the only quarterback in last year's draft to be picked in the first round. He was the only one, first round quarterback to be picked.
It was all in the name. Yeah, that was a forgettable moment, unfortunately, for Pickett. I can't even.
Yeah.
Say your good manners. Always say please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
I respect that.
All right. Let's move on to question number 5. That was a good one, though. I'd like that kind of like off the cuff question. So
yeah,
I'm sure Kyle's going to come up with a few more. Number 5. Which team came in dead last for rushing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? Was it A, the Texans, B, the Buccaneers, C, the Colts, or D, the Commanders? Which team came in dead last for rushing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? A, the Texans, B, the Buccaneers, C, the Colts, or D, the Commanders? Oh, God, I had a burp. I almost talked through burps again. Which team?
That's your hint.
Yeah. Which team came in dead last for rushing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? Was it A, the Texans, B, the Buccaneers, C, the Colts, or D, the Commanders? Kyle, what is the correct answer?
When you're old, you talk through burps. And when you're Tom Brady, you're old. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nice.
Is the answer. And that's surprising because it felt like they didn't have much of an offense. But usually when you think no offense, like passing, it's running only.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucs just were not good last year in any really facet.
They were not. And Tyler. Sorry?
Oh, I was saying defensively, passing, running, rushing, everything. Like the Bucs just were a lackluster team.
They really were. But Tyler knew that. He picked B.
Nice.
Ginger, unfortunately, picked C, and then he goes, I'm just picking the Colts for every bad stat.
He said that in our second trivia, too. He's sticking with it, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's funny. And those teams that I mentioned, like all these answers for number 5 were the bottom 4 teams in rushing touchdowns.
That's what makes it hard.
Exactly. So, Ginger, you're not far off, but it was the Buccaneers, and I think they had a total of 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Rushing. Yeah.
That's
it was
like
bad.
the amount. Was it Austin Eckler that had that in one game?
In one game. Mm-hmm.
Austin Eckler last year, right, had 5 or something, and then it was what's his name? He's getting suspended from New Orleans.
Oh, Kamara?
Alvin Kamara the year before last had 5 in a game. Do you
No
remember that?
way, really?
Yeah, 5
Wow.
touchdowns. He had like 55 fantasy points in that game. It was literally insane.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tyler said, "I'm waiting for a question where you have to diss the Packers." I think it's coming up. Actually, we'll see.
that's a good. It's like actually most of these stats, besides the like career stats, like Matthew Stafford's career and Tom Brady's career winning drives, most of them have, besides that first round, have been bad stats. I would say.
Yeah,
So basically,
yeah.
only 3, or only 2, 3. 10-game
Honestly, though,
losing
yeah.
streak, least amount of touchdowns. That's pretty much it.
You could tell I was in a mood today. Let's let's move on to question number 6. But before that, let's check the scoreboard here. We've got Tyler going up to 8 points, Ginger with 8, Bill with 8, Liam with 5. So we've got a 3-way tie right now for first. Tyler's on fire today. I think Ginger said that in the chat. So it's getting crazy. But
Put him out. Put him out.
Stop, drop, and roll, Tyler. Stop, drop, and roll. All right, let's move on to question number 6, which is another pretty bad stat. Which team came in dead last for passing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? Was it A, the Steelers, B, the Jets, C, the Rams, or D, the Titans? Which team came in dead last for passing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? A, the Steelers, B, the Jets, C, the Rams, or D, the Titans? About 10 seconds. Let's get your answers in. Which team came in dead last for passing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season? Was it A, the Steelers, B, the Jets, C, the Rams, or D, the Titans? And we got a couple answers. All right. Kyle, which team came in dead last for passing touchdowns in the 2022 regular season?
E, the Denver Broncos. It's A, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Terrible offense. I actually would never have guessed that one. I was thinking the Jets. I was like, the Jets probably. You know, Zach Wilson, Mike White, and then I was like, Titans maybe too. You could tell these are like the bottom.
Yes.
Even the Rams had no offense last year. But the Steelers, they almost made it into the playoffs without, I mean, these other teams didn't really come close.
And that's that they were one game over 500, right? Because they had a winning season, technically 9-8. So
yeah,
that is insane. But I mean, that's what happens when you sign Mitch Trubisky and then you have to go with Kenny Pickett because the passing game is absolute garbage.
You don't believe in Mitch?
No, not anymore. That was preseason, Rick. This is eyes wide open, Rick. I've seen it all. I've seen it once. I've seen it again. It's not going to happen.
You went to bat for him year after year after year. You're like, we got to stick with these young guys. We can't just toss them out to the curb. And then it's like, Mike Tomlin with Mitch. He might actually get something out of him. It's like week 3, Kenny Pickett's taking over.
Yeah, which I don't think was like the worst take ever when you combine Mitch with that coach. Like it was a good one.
No, I was actually like on your side with that. I was like, yeah. But I didn't think they were going to win the North, which Rick thought the Steelers were going to win the North. Pass it on.
All right. Well, Tyler's leaving us. Tyler, you got 8 points. So hopefully, that you're still in the up in the leaderboard with that. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming in for the trivia. All right. Let's move on to question number 7. Which tight end has the most touchdowns in a season to date? A, Travis Kelce, B, George Kittle, C, Jimmy Graham, or D, Rob Gronkowski? Which tight end has the most touchdowns in one season to this date? A, Travis Kelce, B, George Kittle, C, Jimmy Graham, or D, Rob Gronkowski? Which tight end has the most touchdowns in a season to date? Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Jimmy Graham, or Rob Gronkowski? All right, we got Jinja with an answer there. And we've got CP with another answer there. Wait a couple more seconds. All right, Kyle, which tight end has the most touchdowns in one season to date?
I got to say, I love these tight ends. These are some good tight ends.
I hate you.
I mean, it's Rob Gronkowski, D. 18, Rob Gronkowski. We had a buddy actually run into Gronkowski in Hawaii. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. I'll send you the picture. Awesome. But Rob Gronkowski.
Yep.
Frat boy, beer pong champion.
Beer pong champion. Yeah.
Doesn't he always have a historic party during draft week? It's during draft week, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
I want to go. That's what our fundraiser should be for. To go to Gronkowski's party.
We're going to have to talk about Gronk this so many episodes in a row now to get invited. It's
just send his agent a year long of episodes.
We need to go get us there. Oh man. So CP got it correct. He said Gronk. Jinja unfortunately had said A, Travis Kelce. CP, you get the points. Awesome. Good job. You get 2 points for getting it right first. All right. Let's move on to number 8. Let's get ready for number 8. What quarterback has the most turnovers in a season? Was it A, Jay Cutler, B, John Kitna, C, Brett Favre, or D, Jameis Winston? What quarterback has the most turnovers in one season? Is it A, Jay Cutler, B, John Kitna, C, Brett Favre, or D, Jameis Winston? About 10 seconds left. What quarterback has the most turnovers in a season? A, Jay Cutler, B, John Kitna, C, Brett Favre, or D, Jameis Winston? Let's see. We got a couple answers in. All right, Kyle. What? Oh, wait, Jinja, you're saying Favre or you're saying D? We need clarification here. We got CP with an answer. Yeah, we got Jinja saying D, but he's thinking Favre. Ooh. Which one is it? I need a 100%. I need a final answer by Jinja before we
Technically,
move on.
I'm thinking all of these guys.
Yeah, honestly, though. All right, Kyle. What quarterback has the most turnovers in one season?
The answer. What's the difference between stealing possessions and stealing money?
Oh!
If you steal possessions, you're still Hall of Famer Brett Favre.
That was good. That was good. I like that. God damn it. Give it up for Kyle for coming up with those zingers off the top. I love it. Off the top rope for that. Oh, Jinja, you went with D. You went with Jameis Winston, and I don't think that was a bad answer because he did have 30 interceptions a couple of years ago or so. So not the worst guess. I think he may have been second too, actually. But he is behind Favre, and I think Favre in 2005, which is the season he had the most, had 59 turnovers total.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
That must be frustrating.
Oh yeah,
because it's absolutely. At that point, if you think Favre came into the league 1990, was it 94, 95? Oh. Well, he was in the Super Bowl 98. He was super young though.
96 or 95?
I'm thinking 96.
Okay.
He was probably drafted.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think at this point he's been in a decade. He's been to the Super Bowl. He's established himself, and if he's a first year guy and he has 55 turnovers, it's you get rid of that guy. But when you're Brett Favre, the fans just have to sit there and be they'll never get rid of him. He could literally throw 55 interceptions and he'll be our guy next year. And oh shit, look what happened.
Yeah. Oh, so CP, you add to your points there. You got 4 now. And then I'll show the scoreboard after question 10. But let's move on to question number 9. Number 9, the Philadelphia Eagles had the most wins as a betting favorite last season. Who was second? Was it A, the Chiefs, B, the Bills, C, the 49ers, or D, the Vikings? The Philadelphia Eagles had the most wins as a betting favorite last season. Who was second? Was it A, the Chiefs, B, the Bills, C, the 49ers, or D, the Vikings? So if you're into betting, you probably know this answer. The Philadelphia Eagles had the most wins as a betting favorite last season. Who was second? Was it A, the Chiefs, B, the Bills, C, the 49ers, or D, the terrible Vikings? We got Ginger with an answer here.
Man, I was trying to think really hard about this one, and the Chiefs and the Bills are always favored to win, it seems like. So I was trying to remember who was favorited when like the Bills played Cincy or Cincy played the Chiefs, Chiefs played the Bills. Try to see if there was like a common denominator of a favorite there, and I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, those are difficult ones because like you said, they both could be favorites in that one. But number 9, the Philadelphia Eagles had the most wins as a betting favorite last season. Kyle, who was second?
Brock Hard Purdy leading the San Francisco 49ers, favorited every single week pretty much. You got to love it.
Let's go. Yeah, and Jinja and CP had said the Bills, which again, like you said, you look at it and you're like, it's either the Chiefs or the Bills, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Jinja at one point said it's probably the Vikings, which I don't know, because I think they were up there, but I mean they were probably up there in terms of like maybe top 10, so they were probably like 9 or 10.
But you got to think towards the end of the season, they started becoming more of an average team that was just winning super close games, and Vegas doesn't like to bet on people that. The Vikings actually broke a record last season. They're the first 12-win team to win by one
13.
possession. 13. They won 13 games by one possession, which is the it was a world record. So, Vegas isn't feeling too confident about a team like that.
Yeah. CP, you misunderstood. Yeah, sorry. I probably could have phrased that a little bit better, but in terms of those teams, like Vegas had for example, Philly was like favored in, let's say, all 17 games, but out of those 17 that they were favorited, they only won 14. And the 49ers were favorited in, let's say, 16 of those games, and they ended up winning 12. So that's what I mean. Like the Philadelphia Eagles had the most wins as the favorites.
And
the 49ers had the second most wins as favorites between the matchups.
I was thinking like who was favorited the most, period.
Oh, see? All right. Well, then that's my bad. I should have phrased that a little bit better.
Is the answer any different? That I feel like
I mean, the Philadelphia I feel like the Eagles were probably favorited most anyway, but I have no idea. I don't know. I'd have to look that one up. But yeah. Sorry, that's my bad. I'll try to phrase them a lot better next time.
Boo! Right. Throw tomatoes at him.
Doesn't count. Boo! I will. I don't know. Punish myself for that later. Ooh. All right, let's move on to number 10 because it is in the news pretty recently. Number 10. What year did Ezekiel Elliott have the most rushing yards of his career? Was it A, 2016, B, 2018, C, 2019, or D, 2021? What year did Ezekiel Elliott have the most rushing yards of his career? Was it A, 2016, B, 2018, C, 2019, or D, 2021? What year did Ezekiel Elliott have the most rushing yards of his career? 2016, 2018, 2019, or 2021? Obviously, Ezekiel Elliott in the news because he's narrowed his teams down to 3 because that's who he wants to. He wants to play for 3 teams. It was the Eagles, the Jets, or the Bengals. So that's why I picked this question because I was like, It's pretty recent.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. What year did Ezekiel Elliott have the most rushing yards of his career?
2016. He had 1,631 yards.
That's right. Oh, CP, you got the answer in before we gave it out.
Ooh.
Woo!
I think 2018 was his second most, and
I
then the other
believe so.
ones. Yeah, I think that was his rookie year.
Yeah, it was his rookie year, and that's when he had the most yards rushing. Ginger, you were so close. You said B 2018, which I think I would have. I expected it to be one of the later years of his career too, or middle years. So I probably would have said either 18 or 19. But Ginger's like, fuck me. I've gained no ground. I'm horrible today. CP, you get the points. You get the 2 points. So let's check the leaderboard. We've got CP with 6 points. Ginger, you still got the 8 points. You're still looking good right now in terms, versus CP. Tyler 8, Bill 8, and then Liam with 5. So that is a leaderboard after 10 questions.
Tight race.
Yeah, pretty tight race right now. Where do you think he ends up, by the way, Kyle? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's tough because I just don't know what on his side. There hasn't been a lot released about what kind of money he's looking for, and I feel like that's kind of the main thing we have to go off of. But
yeah,
maybe even a team that's kind of on a spending spree.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how much money Miami has, but
I think they're not up there in terms of cap. Yeah,
they got rid of Chase Edmonds last year, but don't they have who's their running back right now?
So I don't think they would because they have Mostert and Wilson Jr.
And Wilson Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, they re-signed them not too long ago, and I think I have it.
Oh, really? They re-signed him?
Mostert and Wilson Jr. back on the Dolphins. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Maybe the Jets.
Yeah, and that's what CP thinks. He's like, I think he ends up in New York with Breece Hall still recovering. Man, Breece Hall, a name we haven't heard in so long since the early last season. But yeah, that's a good one. And yeah, Jets do seem like the sexy place to be right now with Rodgers still up in the air in a sense, but like he said he intends to play with them. So
what about a swap with Austin Eckler? So he'll go back to his old offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore.
Oh,
because what if Austin Eckler wants to be paid top dollar and Zeke's like, no, I know I'm not that good as top league guys, and they could somehow let
maybe
Eckler walk and bring in Zeke.
Yeah, that would be
family reunion.
That'd be crazy, yeah. I feel like the Chargers could benefit from Zeke, but catch Only Football on Monday to discuss more.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to question number 11. This is another running back here. Number 11, Frank Gore retired before the 2022 season. How many teams did he play for in his 16-year career? Was it A, 3 teams, B, 5 teams, C, 2 teams, or D, 4 teams? Frank Gore retired before the 2022 season. How many teams did he play for in his 16-year career? Is it A, 3 teams, B, 5 teams, C, 2 teams, or D, 4 teams? We got some answers here. Frank Gore retired before the 2022 season. Kyle, how many teams did he play for in his 16-year career?
5. 49ers, yes. Colts, Dolphins, Bills, Jets. In my head, I wasn't looking at it. I was like 8. And then I opened my eyes and saw the options. I was like, well, I got to go with 5. He was around.
Yes.
Not including his boxing team.
Yes, that's right. That is right. He did box for a little bit. I forget who he boxed and beat. Was it the other Jets running back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to. I just watched the highlights on that.
He was a running back on the Steelers too.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. That's who it was. Yeah.
He won.
Yeah, he did win. He knocked him out. Oh no, he lost to Le'Veon Bell. Didn't he?
Oh, okay. I guess he
Yeah.
recently won in May of last
Oh
year.
yeah, because he's still boxing too. Yeah.
It's so funny. He's just a boxer now. He beat uh Darren Williams in his pro boxing
Oh, that's
debut
right.
with a vicious knockout.
Yeah, he went ham on him.
Look at that. Frank Gore.
Kyle's watching it like, fuck yeah.
All
All right. Let's move on to question number 12. This is going to be a fill in the blank, but I'm obviously going to give you guys a multiple choice. All right. Number 12. The 2022 season, NFL season, was the blank season of the NFL. Was it A, the 101st, B, the 102nd, C, the 103rd, or D, the 104th? The 2022 NFL season was the blank season of the NFL. A, 101st, B, 102nd, C, 103rd, or D, 104th. The 2022 NFL season was the blank season of the NFL. A, 101st, B, 102nd, C, 103rd, or D, 104th. Kyle, what was the season? What was the 2022 NFL season? Blank season of the NFL.
The NFL is just walking around wondering what it forgot because it's old. And how old is it? It's 103 years old. And I think the only hint we had to go off of was the 100-year anniversary in 2020.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure, right? It was like the 100th year.
Oh no,
So,
it was
it 2019?
No, 2019 was 100th because 2020 was
1959.
2021 was 102, and now 2022 is 103.
So the NFL officially started in 1949.
Yeah, because I think it used to be like the AFL and NFL, remember, and then they merged.
Yeah, I know the Broncos became a team in 1959.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Bears. Do you know the Broncos? Here's the fun stat for the day. The Broncos were this close to being bought by Alabama. They would have been the Birmingham Broncos. Thank God we are not the Birmingham Broncos. Dude, I don't even know.
My God.
I don't even know if I would have liked that at my young age when I picked the Broncos. Birmingham Broncos.
It would have, but it would have been so already ingrained in history that you probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably, especially because when I was really little, I used to always say I wanted to live in Alabama. I think because of that song, Sweet Home Alabama. And then when we moved from Wisconsin to Florida, my dad was driving through Alabama, and he was like, "This is where you want to live?" And he like made me look around. I was like, no.
It's like those parents that make their kids smoke a pack of cigarettes when they catch them smoking. It's like, this is where you want to live here. Go live there.
We got to Florida, and I'm like, oh, this is a great place.
This is so much nicer. All right, well, CP, congrats. You got the question correct. The 103rd season of the NFL was this past 2022 NFL season. Congrats. CP, you get the 2 points for that. Ginger, you said B. You were close. And I think it is because, like Kyle said, you know, just kind of looking back, you don't really think of it, but you would have thought 2020 was the 100th season. So you're like, oh, this is the 102nd because it's 2022. Yeah. So, yeah, I get you. But, all right, let's move on to question number 13. Question number 13. During the wild card weekend, Brock Purdy became the youngest quarterback to throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in a playoff game. Who was the last person to do that? Was it A, Dan Marino? I'm sorry, not the last person to do that, the last youngest person. Youngest quarterback to do that. A, Dan Marino, B, Brett Favre, C, Tom Brady, or D, Drew Brees. During the wild card weekend, Brock Purdy became the youngest quarterback to throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in the playoff game. who was the last youngest person to do that? A. Dan Marino, B. Brett Favre, C. Tom Brady, or D. Drew Brees? A. Dan Marino, B. Brett Favre, C. Tom Brady, or D. Drew Brees? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm wondering, is it like the next youngest person, or were they the same age?
No, so it's the next youngest person because Brock Purdy did actually now has the record for youngest person. So, you know how it goes, like, oh, he was 23 and 268 days or something like that. Yeah. So the next one would be like 23 and 269 days, something like that.
Okay.
All right, Kyle.
The answer.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. What is the answer? A. Dan Marino, B. Brett Favre, C. Tom Brady, or D. Drew Brees?
It is Dan the Man Marino.
Dan the Man.
For the Miami Dolphins.
Never won a Super Bowl.
The legend. He is still a legend, though. He's still a legend.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's the epitome of that song. I did it my way. You know, it's like, I don't care. I'm a legend. I'm out. Peace. Like, just...
I'm still gonna go in the Hall of Fame. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
All right, CP again with the correct answer. I think that's like 2 or 3 in a row. He said Dan Marino. Ginger, unfortunately, you said Brett Favre, which technically I don't think would have been a bad answer.
No, because Brett Favre went. Who did they went? The Packers went back to back to the Super Bowl, right?
I
97 and 98, I think, and then the Broncos went 90. I think the Broncos went 90, or Packers went 97, 98, and the Broncos went 98 and 99. They played each other in 98. And I'm trying to think, who did the Packers beat, though? Was it the Patriots? Because Brett Favre has won Super Bowl.
I don't think that it was the Patriots. I think the Patriots went to Super Bowl when Tom Brady was the quarterback, and they hadn't been there since the 80s, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe
it was. It was the Patriots.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Brett Favre. Here it is. They went to the Super Bowl 1997 and 1998. He helped the Packers to a Super Bowl victory in 97 against the Patriots.
Wow, I would not have expected that. I didn't think the Patriots gone to the Super Bowl until Tom Brady, and before that it was the 80s.
Yeah, because it shows him running with his helmet in his air with Patriot players in the background. One ring, teams. Mm-hmm. Huh. You almost forget he played for the Falcons. See, I was thinking in my head Atlanta, and I was like, no, that's NFC. But I was thinking that because he was drafted.
Yeah.
To them.
That makes sense.
Look at that.
Good little stat. So CP got that one right. I honestly, if you gave me that question, I probably would have said Tom Brady.
Yeah, a lot of Brett Favre questions today.
Yeah, where's Tyler when you need to make fun of a Packers fan, right?
35. Right. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say what the score was to that game. It was 35-21.
Ooh, pretty close game, but not really.
Brett Favre was picked in the second round. That's enough. All right.
I had no idea. I could have sworn it was a first rounder.
That's what I thought.
Okay, moving on to question number 14. Hey, we got Tony Football in the chat. Tony Football, what's up, man?
Cheers. That doesn't say black.
Credit to Tony Football in the chat because he created one of the most viral videos that Star 6 Media has ever had. If you haven't checked it out, go check out on Instagram at Star 6 Media. Yeah, the hockey guy getting absolutely knocked out. oh, there it is. Go check that out. We got 1 million views, 1 million hits on that one. So go check it out on the Instagram at Star 6 Media. But let's move on to question number 14. And if you're a Dallas fan, you're not gonna. Oh, never mind. Damn it! Why did I do
No, why
that?
did you do that?
Oh
No.
God damn it! Now I gotta. Kyle, I need you to come up with a 15th question because I
Okay.
can't believe I just did that.
No issues at all. All right. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh wait, no. I still got one more. If you want to look one up, or if you got it off the bat, go ahead.
Okay. I got it off the bat.
Okay.
Who is the Hall of Fame? No. I don't want to say that question. Let's do this one, and I'll do mine after. Sorry, he's like, dude, I just grabbed a bite of you. I'll read this. I'll read this one.
Okay.
Question number 14. 15. How many coaches were fired during the 2022 NFL season? Question number 15. How many coaches were fired during the 2022 regular season? A, 2, B, 4, C, 1, D, 3. How many coaches were fired during the 2022 season? And we'll give it a second for some answers to come in.
We got Steven in chat. Why did the cheetah cross the road to have himself some chicken? I like that one.
Damn, I'm dumb. I don't get it.
Steve said answer to 15, not enough. All right, we got Tony Football with an answer. We got Jinja with an answer. CP, you got to add to the streak, man. What is it? You got to give an answer here. How many coaches were fired in the 2022 regular season? Was it 2? Was it 4? Was it 1? Or was it 3? CP said 5. He said, "Fuck your multiple choice. I'm making my own answer." Is it A2, B4, C1, or D3? Kyle, what is the... Oh, and Steve's going with B. What is the answer?
The answer is 3. It was Matt Rule, Frank Reich, and Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
Nathaniel couldn't hack it as a head coach.
Hackett.
Matt Rule laid down some bad rules.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't. Frank Reich, there's no way. There's no way I could ever say that Reich.
Tony Football got it correct. We had, let's see, who was it? Corey said 4. Sorry, CP said 4. Fortunately, that is incorrect. Jinja had said D, so he said 3 as well. And then Steve had gone with B. He said 4. So CP, or I'm sorry, Tony Football, you get the correct answer first, so you get 2 points. Let me just add your name onto the list here. So we got 2 points for Tony Football, and we've got 1 extra point here for Jinja for getting it correct. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I had said during the 2022 season, CP. So it wasn't afterwards. It was during the season, in season firings. That's how I should have actually specified it. So my bad.
Yeah.
I
knew what you meant, but yeah, probably would have been good to clarify.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. I kind of like this question that you have from the last time we did trivia.
Oh, I got a good one.
Oh, let's go with it.
All right.
Let me take this one off, and we're gonna kind of wing it because I gave away an answer already.
Let me. The first sentence, 2 sentences I'm gonna say are not the question. Okay, starting now.
Oh, okay.
If you were a kid and you grew up loving wearing football jerseys, I had a Colts jersey, Edgerrin James jersey.
Mm-hmm.
All of these, $50 jerseys that I would save up for. You will know the answer to this question. Which sportswear brand ended its 10-year association with the NFL in 2011?
Ooh.
This is not multiple choice. Which famous sportswear brand ended its 10-year association with the NFL in 2011?
2011.
Used to be on every jersey in the before 2011.
One. All right, let's wait for a couple answers. So it was which athletic company ended their relationship with the NFL jerseys in 2011? That's a good one.
Yeah, you'll know it too when I say it. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, of course."
It was
No.
It was Miller Lite. I'm gonna go with Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. Millard.
Miller, it's football time. Yeah, I remember that.
Dude,
all right.
I was gonna say like early 2000 NFL Monday Night Football commercial things are so nostalgic. Just like go on YouTube and watch a Monday Night Football game from like 2004.
Yeah.
It is so great. The intros that they do, they just make you so happy. You're like, oh, I'm home.
It makes you feel all warm and fuzzy.
It does. It's Christmas.
All right. We got Steve with an answer, Ginger with an answer, Tony Football with an answer. I'm waiting on CP if he's got an answer. We'll wait a few more seconds. We'll wait about 10 more seconds for CP to come in with an answer. But
yes, this is how I used to know if the jerseys were real or not. You know,
that's a good one.
It's like you see a jersey and you're like, let me find that logo. Where is it? And
real
CP
quick, sorry, CP's asking what the question was again.
It was which sportswear brand ended its 10-year association with the NFL in 2011. So from 2001 to 2011, this brand was over the entire NFL.
God, those 2004 intros.
Yes, they're so nice.
Do you remember that ESPN football game with Tio on the cover?
Oh yeah, 2K5. That was my favorite game.
2K5, yeah.
Dude, that game was so good. They have yet to make a Madden that good. The halftime show was like about how you played.
Yeah.
Amazing how they can't figure out how to do that anymore.
I know. They should be able to do that, but
the challenge with the refs, they go up to the thing and you're like, don't hit A. Don't skip this. I want to feel like
Good times. All right, Kyle. What is the question? What is the answer to your question?
The answer is Reebok. And they had the Reebok logo, and if it wasn't the real thing and it was bought at Walmart, it had a starter thing. But weirdly enough, I think starter, don't quote me on this like at all, but I think starter was the brand before Reebok, because when you look at vintage jackets that are like $200, they're starter. So I think starter had an NFL thing, but then it went to Reebok. If it was starter, it went to Reebok in 2001, and then I guess Nike has it now. So
yeah, and that's what Tony Football is saying. I was a manager for a sports retail store around that time, so I should definitely know this answer. Nike replaced them. Yeah. CP saying, I remember having so many starter jackets as a kid. Those were so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Puffy ones too.
Yeah, dude. Those were so fucking.
They're coming back.
Mint. They are. They're
making a comeback.
Coming back. All right. Well, Tony Football got it right first, so he gets the 2 points. Ginger also got it correct. Steve said Nike, so I think he said the replacement instead of the original. And then CP also had Reebok, so you all get a point. We've got some points up. But I don't know, Kyle, do you have any one more off the top before we show the leaderboard and end trivia for the night?
Yeah, I got one more question. It's going to be a hard one.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna. I don't want to end it on a good note. I want everyone to feel terrible about themselves when they. I'm just kidding. Which NFL Pro Bowler started its career in Denver, and was the first undrafted player to make it to the Pro Bowl. Then he went on to the Texans. Then he went on to the Dolphins. And last year, he went on to a team that actually played his former team he was the Pro Bowler for. Which player is this?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. That's a tough
But
one.
here's the thing. That whole second part, that's just a big hint. The real question is, who is the only undrafted player to make it to the Pro Bowl in his first year, in the rookie year?
Oh, in his first year. Okay. So
yeah, rookie year. Big detail there.
Yeah, the only undrafted rookie to make it to the Pro Bowl in their rookie year. That's a good one.
Another hint. He lived at home with his parents in the basement. Literally, he refused to get his own place.
Way.
They had
That's
the NFL films. Check this interview out on YouTube. They had NFL films come over to his mom and dad's house, and they're like, he helps me out like with the chores on the weekends. Like he's like cutting the grass and stuff. Like this dude, nobody gave him like he didn't change at all. It's like he was in high school still. He was like he took him to the basement and he was like, yeah, this is my closet. I got my own TV like MTV over here. It was like MTV Cribs. He's like cutting the grass with his parents. He's like, yeah, the players are giving me shit. Like, dude, you got to move out of your parents' house. And he's like, but I like having someone. He was single, so he's like, I like having someone to come home to. It's just weird to think you would go to high school, and then come home to that same bedroom, and then you go play Monday Night Football in front of the world and have an amazing game, and you still come home to that same bedroom. It's just insane.
Yeah. Justin Fields actually lived with his parents, I think, for the first year or two that he was in the NFL. I think now he has his own place, like year 3 or whatever. So
really,
yeah, it was weird. It was.
Oh, I don't think that's super weird if you grew up with good parents.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you would think like an NFLer would just like have his own place, but hey, some people just try to save money that way. It's
also,
I
think some people get nervous about the amount of money that they've just been handed. You know what I mean?
True. That's
and it's
true.
like I'm not like Eminem. He said that he had to go up to his manager and be like, "Can I afford this watch?" And it was like $200 watch or something.
He's like, "Can I afford Rolex?" And he's like, "The company?" He's like, "No, just this one watch." And he's like, "Dude, yes."
Yeah, dude.
Dude, right,
I've been buying Rolexes.
What do you think you can do? All right, Kyle. So who was the only undrafted rookie to make it to the Pro Bowl their rookie season?
Philip Lindsay.
CP got that down.
CP, man, shout out to CP for knowing that. That was my favorite player. He actually just like out of nowhere, just like, I don't know what the deal is, man. He fell hard.
Yes.
He was so good that rookie year. And this is the thing, too. So he went to high school. This is another reason he still lived with his parents. He went to college at Colorado State or University of Colorado in Boulder. So when you never move and then you get picked by the Broncos, so he literally never had a reason to leave his parents' house. He never left the city.
It's almost the perfect situation.
Yeah, no, totally.
All right,
that was the final question to the trivia.
That was the final question to trivia, and we're gonna move on to the leaderboard. Let's see who is in the lead for March. We have got CP newcomer, first time doing trivia. He's got 13 points.
Damn.
So he had 13 points today. Got a bunch right. Followed by Jinja at 10 points, and then Bill and Tyler with 8, Liam at 5, and then Tony Football caught the very tail end of it with 4 points. So you got a couple questions right there. That was perfect. So right now, CP, you're leading the charge. CP, you need to come on trivia more often, man. Every Thursday, because you're killing it right now. So
our winner last month, our winner got a vintage Sports Illustrated magazine from 1994.
Yeah.
Who was on the cover of that again?
It was
What position was it?
Receiver. It was a wide receiver.
Was it Jerry Rice?
Jerry Rice. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Rice.
That is.
We got this
dope.
one with your boy Russ on it back when he was on the Seahawks. This was after or like the season they were about to go to the Super Bowl and win it. So got another one. I checked them out. I was like at an antique store and I was like, okay, I mean, these look kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like they don't look bad.
One man's trash.
One man's trash isn't a man's treasure. That's right.
I got a that sports drink company Body Armor.
Mm-hmm.
The gas station up the road here selling the Mamba limited edition with like Kobe on it.
Oh yeah.
So I got one of those and I'm just never gonna open it. You'll see it back here.
Yeah.
I just haven't moved it in yet.
That's awesome. I love those. I like those like special editions.
Yeah,
those are really
I got
cool.
2 of them so I don't get tempted to drink it. I was like, I might as well get 2 of these.
All right. Well, that was trivia. Thanks everyone for participating. We had Steve, we had Ginger, CP, Tony Football. We had Tyler in there for a bit, and then I know Bill is going to put his answers in after the video, the live post. So we're gonna take his point into account too, because Bill doesn't lie. But let's move on to a little Q&A. So if you guys in the comments have some questions for us around things going on around the league, questions for Kyle and I, is the time. We usually do about 15 minutes of Q&A with all you guys. So if you guys have anything to ask us about what's going on in the league. Favorite cereal.
It could be anything.
Favorite serial killer. Whichever one that might be. I like Gacy.
Say
I like Gacy.
Gacy?
An
Who's
Illinois
that?
Boy. John Wayne Gacy.
I was going to say Michael Myers. I didn't know we were doing real people, you psycho. I'm a Jeffrey Dahmer guy myself. You're like, what?
You're like, I was gonna say Freddy Krueger, but all right, well, that was fun. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, guys, run.
Oh man, Ginger. All right, let's go with Ginger's question here. Favorite movie of all time?
Ooh.
That's a tough one, but I do have a few like at the top of the list for me. And a couple of those are like one of the first ones is Goodfellas. One of the other ones is Saving Private Ryan. And one of the other ones is Gladiator. So really like not old movies, but definitely I was like a kid and those were like my first experiences of movies. So I would say Goodfellas, Gladiator, and Saving Private Ryan are up there for me.
I would have to have a genre because I definitely like Wedding Crashers and Superbad are my favorite comedies, probably.
Yeah, those are so funny.
And then I would say probably Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was good, and Ginger's saying he loves Scorsese. So yeah, I mean, the Departed or Casino. Oh, those are so good. Those are
One
so
Flew
good.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest is definitely up there for me.
Oh yeah. CP saying Training Day.
Training Day.
You motherfucker.
You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
Yeah. Like,
I was just talking about that movie yesterday. That's so funny.
Where Ethan Hawke's like, so we're going into the office, and he hits the hydraulics. Baby, this is the office.
This is the office.
Goodfellas is up there too. Steve saying Kyle kind of looks like Ryan Leaf. Does he have the attitude and anger to go with it, though? Just asking.
No, not at all. Only the pill addiction.
Oh, my God. Steve says The Legend of 1900. Is that a movie? Steve, how old are you? Are you like, tell me the truth, Steve. Are you like 150 years old? Are you a fucking vampire? You're a fucking vampire. The Legend of 1900. I feel like this is something you see in like 1815 and you're like, oh, the 1900s, there's going to be flying horses.
I'll send you guys the tape so you can listen to it.
Oh, all right. That one was good.
That was a good one.
You think you could do this to me? To me? Oh, great. All right. Tony's football's got a good question here. What's your favorite sports team of all time, year by year wise? For example, mine is the 2016 Cubs. Oof, that's a good one. Cause me being a Cubs fan, that team literally like just made like even the 2015 team was really good, but the 2016 team obviously won the World Series
Ooh.
and just like made my life so happy. But I think for me, and I'm going way back, was the 2006 Bears. That was the year they had one of the best defenses like of all time. So 2006 Bears.
Urlacher.
Jin just said 2006 Indianapolis Colts. I hate you, because they won the Super Bowl, beating the Bears.
Yeah.
But they had Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Hillenmeyer. We had Mushin Muhammad at wide receiver. Thomas Jones at running back. Devin Hester was returning kicks for touchdowns. That to me was my favorite team of all time. Like I lived and died by the Bears that year.
Yeah. And I can respect that you picked like a year that, they didn't win. You could have just said the 85 Bears,
Yeah, I don't fucking remember that.
And I think a lot of times if you have a Super Bowl in your memory, like I have 2015, I think most people would say like, of course, that's the best year.
Yeah.
It is a great feeling winning the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
one day you might get to know what that feels like. But they but I got to go with the 2013 Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning was there. So a little tiny backstory, 2012, Peyton Manning came onto the Broncos, and it was just, once it got rolling by week 5, we never lost again for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It was like we barely beat the Steelers, then we lost to the Texans in week 2. I can't believe I remember this. We started 2-3, and then never lost another game, and then got a first round bye, and then the Ravens came into town, and that's when the Hail Mary, Joe Flacco's Hail Mary happened, and then the Ravens won the Super Bowl. So it was like we would have probably won the Super Bowl had that Hail Mary not happened.
Yeah.
So the next season, the season opener, they make it Thursday night, and it's the Ravens at Broncos. Manning throws 7 touchdown passes in that game, in a revenge game.
Christ.
7 touchdown passes, blows out the Ravens, and that was just a preview of what that entire season was like. Made it to the Super Bowl and lost 43-8.
Yeah.
But if you just talk about pure joy, like week after week after week, just like he threw 7 touchdown passes, like just insane amount of joy. And 2015 was a special year, but the games were close. The offense wasn't there. Manning didn't play the whole season. 2013, the only thing missing is a Super Bowl, but that's definitely the best one.
Yeah, for sure. Just saying, both of our favorite teams ever had Peyton on them. That's awesome. Yeah. And then, CP's right. 2018 Bears would top my list, but Cody Parkey exists, unfortunately. And it was so funny because before that year happened, Cody Parkey was an addition to that team in free agency. And they were talking about how he had done really well the year before. Like he had made and I remember just seeing articles from that time when they picked up Cody Parkey, and they're like, this is definitely like a B+ signing. You gotta you gotta make sure you get a kicker, and then that happens. He misses the kick.
Yeah.
So
it's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
That season also had the one I said had a comeback 24-0 at halftime against the Chargers on Monday night. And Manning came out and started slinging it. It was just such a great year. You never felt like you were out, ever,
That reminds me, too, because, like, the 2006 Bears, that was the year where they came back on the Cardinals, down 23-7 or something like that, on Monday Night Football to beat them, like, 26-24, some shit, whatever.
Famous... They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
At that point, I swear to God, at that point when that happened, I was like, we're winning the Super Bowl. We are winning the Super Bowl because we not only have the defense, but we've just got like we had Hester. We got this like this excitement around the team, and then kind of like what
Grossman.
kind of like what CP said with Cody Parkey. Peyton Manning existed, so unfortunately we couldn't get the dub there.
Rex Grossman was your guy, though.
Sexy Rexy, man. Sexy Rexy.
I
loved it.
respect it because my second favorite, besides Super Bowl, whatever, is Jake Plummer in 2004. No,
Yeah.
2004, 2005. That game with Champ Bailey against the Patriots, that pick six that Bailey returned 99 yards and fumbled on the one because he started walking and the ball went out of the end zone. But that was like, and then lost to the Steelers in the AFC. Every
Heartbreak.
time the Broncos lose in the playoffs, that team wins the Super Bowl. We lost to the Steelers in 05.
Yeah.
They win the Super Bowl. It's just the way it is. You can't be mad at it. The Colts in 2014, I was at that game where we lost that game. That was I just sat there looking at the sign that said, "Thanks for a great season," until the place was empty and I was asked to leave, just drunk, just sitting there staring at the thing like, nobody told me I would have to prepare for this. Like I thought we were just going on.
You're like those college football players who just stand there while the confetti falls in the national championship games. You're just standing there, just hammered out of your mind.
It's like, how could they do this to us? You know what I mean?
Hey, the only thing that really, I look at the Bears and the fact that they've only made it to one Super Bowl in the last, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it may be now, in 2006. The only thing that kind of, lets me sleep at night is the fact that Rex Grossman went to as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers did. So that's the only thing that I kind of get comfort in. And it's like, wow, that actually is facts.
That is, you got to find those stats that really help.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a few. We could take one more question if you guys got another question to ask us. Great couple questions here. Favorite movie, favorite team. I love those questions. These are fun, but probably be on for another few minutes if you guys have one more question, and if not, then we will head up out of this bitch. But yeah, man, those that 2006 Bears team, fuck, that was so good.
Yeah,
that was so good.
I remember watching I think the NFC Championship game that year was against the Packers.
Yeah.
And my dad and his buddy was a big Bears fan.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad's friend, who his brother played for the Texans, he was a big Bears fan. That's who I'm talking about.
Really?
So, yeah, he was a huge Bears fan. I mean, obviously he cheered for whatever team his brother was on, but he was a huge Bears fan. And I remember them being at a bar watching that game, and my dad, we were little, but he brought us, and there was like big titties on like mechanical bulls, just like in the middle of the bar.
You're just like, let's fucking go.
I'm like, love football. I want to go to every game with Dad.
Oh, that's great. Oh man, that's fucking great. I love that. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for us here at Only Football for trivia and some Q&A. Appreciate you guys. Steve goes, and he won as many as Dan Marino, referring to Rex Grossman. That's just great. Huge shout out to Steve, to Jinja, to CP, Tony Football, Tyler, and Bill. All you guys killed it for the trivia today. We appreciate you guys being on. We did a couple interviews. We've talked about it on a couple episodes before, but we did a couple interviews for our Interview 32 segment that we're going to be doing hopefully for all 32 teams in the NFL. But we've interviewed one fan from each team. We've got a couple this week, so stay tuned. We're going to post it Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to post our interview with a Packers fan who's also named Tyler. Not Tyler that was in here earlier, but also named Tyler. So we're going to post it on YouTube. We're also going to post it as a podcast. So stay tuned for that Interview 32 with Kyle and I. We were trying to interview all sorts of fans from all sorts of teams this off season. So stay tuned for that. And they're fun interviews. They're very fun interviews.
Yeah, no, they're a lot of fun, and you get to, just like how we just kind of shared nostalgic moments, you get to kind of like go into those moments and teams that normally you wouldn't. Like, what's a nostalgic moment for a Texans fan? They exist. They exist.
2001.
They went on a little streak there with Bill O'Brien. They did well for a couple years.
Yeah, for real. Hey, Ginger said, just let me know when you want that Colts interview. Hey, Ginger, let us
Definitely.
know. Let us
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Let's
Um,
let's let's schedule that ASAP. And I'll also you'll see in the next couple things that we do that I'll not have this background because I will be in California.
mhm.
So traveling over there, doing some work, trying to make it big into the NFL, making some media connections. So stay tuned, but hopefully I'll be able to get some Wi-Fi with a beach or something. It's like
Ooh.
why be in California if you're not gonna have a cool backdrop?
Yeah, that's true. If you do that, if you don't have a cool backdrop, you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But appreciate everyone in the chat. For trivia again. Thanks everyone for being here. If you haven't seen it before, we've got our QR code and we've got our link in the description. If you want to support us, either scan the QR code, visit the link. If you want to donate to send me and Kyle to Vegas for the next Super Bowl, that'd be awesome. As Kyle makes his media connections, we're going to try to get into the Super Bowl, sneak in and talk to everybody.
On the field pass. On the field
Yeah,
pass.
we're going to get a field pass. Other than that, you could follow me on Twitter at @andnowrick and the Star 6 Media page at _Star 6 Media, as well as following at Star 6 Media on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Facebook. Kyle, where can they follow you on Twitter?
You can find me at the middle one, FTBLONLYPODCAST on Twitter. Give me a follow, and yeah, we'll keep you up to date with the latest NFL news.
All right. Again, thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you guys on Monday. See ya!
See ya!